Okay, yeah, Niger Express. So Very Dark Man today posted that he's losing followers, and I can see a lot of people are split online. So people still day for him. In hardcore rattle, people still day for him. But then a lot of people are beginning to get, they're jumping off the bandwagon, off the Very Dark Man bandwagon, and you kind of wonder what is leading to this, like, or waiting the cause this thing. Is this something new? Is Very Dark Man changing? Why are people suddenly jumping off, the bandwagon? But there are certain things that I think that went wrong. They get some things where me I feel say being like this thing has been building for a while, and there's something everybody needs to know. Everybody has their time. Like everybody get their prime. You understand? Like especially when you use other fields like entertainment, music, comedy. It gets sometimes people say that this person could do on top. It gets sometimes where this person could do on top. The highest you can stay on top, if you want to even stay on top for too long, is about 10 years. Now after that 10 years, if you see maybe you get your fan base, maybe you see they do your thing, maybe there are people, you are not the number one. Like take the music industry for example. Now there are certain people who were key holders back then. Like now those people will be say, if you won't do anything, you like them, if they know your events, the event never complete. You understand? But after some time, other cats will come. There was the Two-Face time, there was the Bunch time, then came the P Square. Who else has been the hot? A lot of people, I'm even talking from my own recent ones, or like the ones where me I been meet before my time. There were people that were coming up, and then after the P Square, now Whiskey, Burna Boy, now Rema is looking like he's the number one right now. Rema is the number one right now. Although Whiskey is still doing his thing, but the Gen Zs now, now Rema they push go. And Rema has been hot for a while now, but Ashake too being kind of buzzed for some time. Though Ashake is older, but my point is nothing will last forever. And so Very Dark Man right now I would say he's at his peak. He's at his peak. I don't know if I'll say passing peak, but I'll say it's at his peak right now. So this thing where they sup might be I don't know if I would say it's a decline or if people don't wear out for him. But I think that Very Dark Man goofed. I'm a fan of Very Dark Man, and I always say this. And unfortunately, people who are, people who don't understand, I don't know if I would say they don't understand Very Dark Man, but people who just don't understand human nature are the people who are getting surprised by certain things. Very Dark Man has shown this side of him since the day one. But unfortunately, the more followers you get people who don't really know, like casual fans. You go get people who say they follow you because they say people they follow you. You get a lot of people like that. The way they can't find out waiting this person they really about, that's when you will now know if they will stay or not. You understand? But some people will just bandwagon, just like me person they road now. Everybody they snap picture. Everybody, please can I get your autograph? You see some people who don't sabi the person, they will just go meet and let themselves take. Like say this person popular. So there's the kind of followership you get when you pass a certain level. Some people could just want to follow you. They don't really know your core. They don't know what you stand for. They just say, oh boy, people they follow you. Make me say follow. You understand? So you have a lot of herd followers. Like VDM now, I sure die. Say all those 500k followers for YouTube, how many millions for Facebook, how many millions for Instagram. I'm sure not everybody there like Sabi. Like in history, they don't really know about his videos. They don't really know about his content. They don't really know. They just see maybe the one where they see where they like. They take follow him. They might not be paying that much attention. Sure, you understand. So, but this has been consistent with him, and that's why I say he goofed. But he has been goofing for the longest. But that is his human side. You understand? Now why? And I'm not saying what he did was wrong. Oh. You understand? Because now this P Square matter now it can be like the cherry on top of the cake. But I will tell you more will still happen. Because that's just Very Dark Man. So people who don't understand Very Dark Man will begin to feel like, say, Very Dark Man. It was almost the same thing with the Mohbad. In fact, Mohbad was even worse. Mohbad was worse before, because Very Dark Man first started to talk against Naira Marley. Now later he can switch up. Sure, you understand? But he forgets that there's a human side to these things. Even him, like, this is where Very Dark Man makes this problem, or makes this mistake, let me say. You know, for the Mohbad case now, for example, I was one of the people that was like, waiting on consign Naira Marley put for this Mohbad issue. If you guys are angry at Mohbad that he mistreated Naira Marley when he was alive, it's a different thing. Stop making it look like Naira Marley like by Mohbad. We should stop. We had to stop it, and I think that was the point VDM was trying to make as well. But in the course of trying to make, you know, it look like no be Naira Marley by Mohbad, no be Naira Marley and Sam Larry by Mohbad. In the course of him trying to make it look like that, it can't be like saying, "Can they glorify these people? These people were not sent." Sure, you understand? The same thing with this P Square matter now. In fact, before this P Square matter, this AIGG Momo shoot issue, now the same thing with VDM did do. You know, in the course of him trying to be like, okay, this guy with them, they accused of this thing, he might be innocent. He can't vilify another person. You understand? But people know say this guy, he can't make what's the name of the guy self where that they accuse saying by the prince where they talk about. He's not trying to glorify this person. That's what it looks like. It looks like he's trying to glorify this person. You say you're paying more than this is somebody that has been committing crimes. You understand? This is somebody that has a very bad record. But you're now making it look like this person is an innocent person that they just dragged into it. Now I'm going to explain why you see this particular Jimo own is even worse. It's way worse than the P Square and the Mohbad thing. This Jimo own is way worse than the P Square self, where people now they want the unfollow. They don't unfollow for the AIGG Moshood and I don't forget the guy where they say by person. That is way worse than this one, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But before I get to that, you see this Peter Okoye thing now. Now, in the course of him saying, you know, maybe Peter is not consistent in what he's saying, he's now painting it like Jude is a good person. I am of the opinion that, how do I say this now? You know, I won't say Jude. I don't go talk say Jude don't thief Peter money. But has Jude offended Peter? Yes. So I don't know, for like people are seeing the human side that this person don't offend this person. You know, and Very Dark Man likes to say facts, you know, be evidence. No, be every time, every day, evidence the day. And you see, when it comes to this Jude, a lot of people, even the elder brother, is talking bad about him. For everybody to point finger at you, there must be something going on. So, and Very Dark Man fails to understand. That's one thing where they leak with Jimo issue now. It's not every time there'll be an evidence for something. Some people are so good at covering their tracks. So if you say maybe they find evidence, say this person do this, you feel not see evidence, say this person do anything. You might not see an evidence. So like Jude, for example, now, VDM is not a musician. VDM is not a record label owner. VDM has not been in the music industry. If true say Jude they thief money from Peter, he might have done it in a way that there will be no record of it. I don't know if you understand. Like, you don't need to, be everything we be say you go there on paper say yes, he thief money and he show. It might not necessarily. And that's where Peter VDM is making a mistake. You know, go be like say there was no evidence, so there's no evidence, and so this person is innocent. It's not always that point blank every time. Like Cynthia Morgan now. We heard Cynthia Morgan has been singing for how long? I would say her catalog is worth $4,000. I don't know if that's true, but that's ridiculous. You know, that is kind of ridiculous. Because with Cynthia Morgan, we know Cynthia Morgan be the boss that time. You know, for us to now say her catalog is just 4,000, it's ridiculous. So even if the Cynthia Morgan herself now can't they doubt because of say this is supposed to pass like this, we can understand why. I don't know if we get it. Now, because somebody come tell you, say, okay, see paper here. I no collect money. I spend this. I do that. It doesn't mean that that person has not maybe defrauded this person or hurt this person in another way. And so that's I'm like, you get the way you could come against this person. Maybe say, oh no, for this thing, I don't think, you understand. But VDM just jumps into conclusion sometimes. Instead of to say, okay, you know what, this thing now, I don't think that this guy did this or did that. He makes it now, he does a 360 and makes it look like this person is evil. You're attacking this person. There's no evidence. This person did not, sometimes it's not A to point B. The Jude is in the game. He ain't go know how he go do you, make you know now. It just be like, say, police where they collect, let me say, for example, police where they collect bribe. Do you know that sometimes police go make you go withdraw 1 million naira, give them as cash? They will not tell you to do a transfer. So there's no evidence that they took bribe from you to do anything. So in that situation now, it is word of mouth. So how do you, where is the fact to prove something? I'm just saying, for example, make somebody come meet me now, meet you, talk, say, police say, make I give them 1 million. You can say, okay, bring the evidence. And I'm like, nah, cash I give them. It will be hard for you to prove that. I don't know if you understand. So everything is not point A to B. There must be evidence. Sometimes there's a human factor. That's why if you want to speak about certain issues, you try to speak it like, don't try to vilify somebody. Don't try to make somebody look like this person is a monster. The fact that you are speaking with the evidence that you saw does not mean that this person did this person good or this person did this person right. So my own thing be saying now me and I'm going to disalign sometimes because that human side, and I don't fault it for him because like, for example, Nedu of Azobia, I was really disappointed. Yes, let's even say Nedu did anything wrong. Let's say he did those girls, they once knock babes. Let's say he did something wrong with that. VDM had that information, but VDM did not call him out on that. Now when Nedu can go interview D1, will be VDM enemy. That was when VDM started attacking Nedu. Just because he interviewed someone that you did not like. Nobody said the Nedu abuse you. Nobody said the Nedu insult you. Nobody said the Nedu do you anything. The Nedu is a online personality. Is a journalist. He's free to interview anybody. So the fact that he interviewed D1, you can't carry a matter for head, begin to expose him. He did the same thing with Showore. Just Showore, talked about the whole this thing. Then you start to try to vilify the person. People are starting to, get tired of this pattern of you going extreme, trying to, pull somebody down because this person is not aligning with you. Sometimes you let some things just go. If you just talk the matter, leave him. Just talk your own part, leave him. Like this Peter thing now. He didn't really have to make Peter look like a monster because there were some loopholes in the things that he said. And I'll tell you those loopholes. Now, for example, you said Peter came to you and told you, because I can understand why he will be upset that, oh, Peter, come try use me. But VDM is always talking about, evidence and this. Did you look for evidence? Because with the way he talked that story, it's like him too. He's a human being, but him too. He goofed. Because you said Peter told you something about Fino. That Fino was even going to come in court and testify against Jude. Now, you can't meet Fino. Fino can't talk, say, he no tell him and Jude no get any issue. Say whether make you call Peter, you can't talk, say, no need to call the Peter. Why didn't you call the Peter and understand why Peter said this? Peter might have said something that might have defended why he said, because I don't understand why Peter could just talk, say, Fino, bring up Fino, say this person defrauded Fino. Who knows? Do you know maybe Fino and Jude don't settle this in amicably? Or maybe this thing way in the talk, maybe this person defraud Fino true, and Fino don't even know. I don't know if you understand. There are certain things that can happen. These people are brothers. So my own is, we didn't even get to the proper conclusion. Like before you even jump on this Fino thing, I would have loved to have heard you say, you can't call Peter, ask him, say, why did you tell me that? I'm with Fino here, but Fino is denying this thing that you said. Make we hear with him, Fino, and Peter go tell Fino, say, this thing happened, this did not happen. Then let us hear what Fino would have said. But for the fact that you now just jumped into your own conclusion, say, because you asked Fino, and Fino talk, say, who? me and Jude. I don't know if you understand. It's word of mouth. Fino did not show you any evidence that this person did that. No, I don't know if you get, like, you would have asked Peter, okay, where's the evidence? Like, and with the Fino here now, conclude with Amikuna, no. And so that's why a lot of people I'm like, man, this thing is not you know, it's almost like you two are jumping into conclusion. And mind you, this is not the first time. It's not the first time. You know, we remember the GT Bank issue with his mom. People come later talk. He called later come outside say he talk say GT Bank they come out money from him mama account and stuff like that. We later find out say, be like say the mama carry loan where she don't know, or person use her account carry loan, and that's why GT Bank was, you know, debiting her. So we later found this out, but VDM he had already jumped into conclusions then. But we later found out that this thing, now see another thing cost him. So at the time, the fact was, yes, they were withdrawing money from our account. He did not know why. But we don't, you know, vilify a GT Bank until later on we now found out that this was why they were doing it. And VDM stopped talking about the issue. So there's the human side to VDM, which a lot of his followers don't know. But his fans, I mean, how I go take separate. But you know, say the people will be hardcore VDM people now. Them, they know how him be. Them choose to still stay with him within flaws. He's a flawed person. You understand? But them know how him be, and then choose to still stay with him within flaws like that. You know, but for people that are watching from the outside, are just casual fans or casual friends, most of the things he does, or some of the things he does, might be too much for some of those people, and that's why you see them now backing out. You know. So this Peter thing, you did not have to come out and make Peter look like he was a bad person, because trust me, you are not an entertainer. You don't know if Jude truly has been stealing from Peter. You really don't know that. If it happen, may you don't know. If it happen, may you don't know. It can really be happening, because the way they handled that business was so wrong. No be like that they handle business. Okay, now we are playing videos for us to show us that Peter was a signatory to the account. So, but how come Jude was the person that was always signing check for them? Did we ask that question? That how come he was a signatory, but he was the one signing checks for them? You know, there are certain things that you know that there are certain mind games Jude was playing, or there are certain, you know, steps that he took to kind of box this guy. So Peter was feeling helpless. If you hear the story, it was more emotions than even the criminal something self. He was feeling helpless in their relationship, because for his mind, he say he even need money. He go meet Jude. They ask him, say he need money, and this is someone you are saying is a signatory to the account. If he was a signatory to the account, why you not get the checkbook, make he sign the check by himself? I don't know if you understand. Like, why didn't he just sign the check by himself? So people saying he was a signatory to the account, and these guys were still a little bit young, you know, when they started their music thing. So I'm very sure there are certain things that they did not know. Trust me, if person won't cheat you for his own field, he go cheat you, you no go know. Not to talk of outside person. So VDM saying, Jude did not steal from Peter. Jude did not steal from Cynthia Morgan. You might not be sure. He might have done so, because for everybody to point finger at him, even his elder brother came out to say they promised him 20%. That is the elder brother now. Say they promise him 20% where they don't blow, but they don't pay him. And he asked Jude, and he said, Jude, we will come out now to say the elder brother is lying as well. Everybody's saying their own side of the story. That's what I'm saying, the fact that there's no evidence sometimes, or even sometimes, facts say evidence go day, it no mean say that thing happen. Sometimes, you know that even facts, they change. Because what are facts? Facts now something we say it is sure to happen. But sometimes those things where they sure to happen, feel no happen. Let me give you an example of, an example of facts now, for example. If you get some places where we say on the map, some island we say on the map, then they here. But you know, sometimes after earthquake and some natural somethings, that island go shift, go another location. It happens. And so the fact before we say that island na this location it dey, but after the whole earthquake and whatever, it will move to another location. So if I had told somebody that if you go to this place you will see this particular island, and the person go there, the person don't see him, does that mean the person is lying? if you understand. Even facts, they change. Even facts, they change. It gets something way happened to me. There was something that happened to me when I was much younger, and that thing made me realize how dangerous it is to jump to conclusions based on little evidence. Sometimes that's why court will say beyond reasonable doubt. Beyond reasonable doubt. And even in court, even in the court system, there's a saying. They say it is better to let 100 criminals go than to jail an innocent man. I don't know if you understand. It better make it be say this person do bad thing, but we no catch am, make him still dey free, than person no do anything at all, make we come carry am, say him do that thing, make we come put am for prison, say him do that thing. So the court would rather say, you know what, if there's not enough evidence, we will let this person go. And that might be the case of even Mr. Jude. If he be say court, like there's not enough evidence to show that this man beyond reasonable doubt is stealing from this guy, but it may not mean that he's not stealing from this guy. I don't know if you understand. This is his game, this is his field. He will know how to cover his track. If he's actually stealing from these people, he will know how to cover his tracks. And in the case of, say, innocent now, sometimes, like, let me use myself as an example, because I get one story maybe happened to me when I was small. So I'm this kind of person who say I like art, anything art, drawing, painting. I dey like them. They give me joy, creativity, all the kind of things. I dey like them. And on this particular day, I dey waka for my area, and I saw, this thing I talk, I was still very, 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 very much younger, like under 14. I'm very sure I was like maybe like 12 or 10 or something like that. And I see this paper. Okay, let me say roughly 12, 13, because I was still young. And I see this paper for road where they use blue chalk right on top, or draw something on top. They just drew something, it looked like a masquerade or something like that. I just fell in love with that drawing, and I picked it up. I was like, man, this thing fine. Oh. And they go errand, they send me go buy something, and I go buy the thing where they come. And getting back to my house, to the front of my house, I saw a lot of kids there, and then see me come begin shouting, yes, he did it, look at the paper in his hand. I was like, me just they come, I see paper for road, I pick paper, they go where they go, because I just love art. And I was like, what are these people talking about? I was genuinely confused, because I just come up for house, go buy something for either my mama or my papa or one of my elder ones. I was like, what are these guys talking about? Only for me to find out that one of the kids in our play circle was eating chalk, or I don't know, something about him and chalk in his mouth, but his whole tongue was blue from, maybe he chewed the chalk, I don't know, but his whole tongue was like blue. And they asked this boy that, who was drawing on his tongue or something like that, and he told them it was me. Like this one no be film, this one are real life. He tell them say, na me draw chalk for him tongue. And me just come. And me just waka see paper. Carry the paper. I can come back, come into allegation for there. And I hold paper. So with the evidence shows say yes, I be hold paper with blue chalk there on top. So that me most likely do. And mind you, this paper I even see, I see him for the boy house. When I do like front of the boy, for the boy like in front of your own house. Now I see him. That's why I saw this paper. And I held this paper like I did not. But it was really difficult for me to prove myself, because the evidence shows say I really hold paper. So if they wanted to convict me, they would say, yes, look at the paper in his hand with the blue chalk. This boy is not lying. He didn't make this thing up. How come I had a paper that had the blue chalk? So you understand? So that's why I say sometimes you seeing this thing, evidence, it doesn't always necessarily mean that this is 100%. That's why the court system will say beyond reasonable doubt. So it goes both ways, So if I say person do me something and I don't have evidence to show say this person do me this thing, it might not necessarily mean that this person did not do this thing to me. The person might be so good to cover his own tracks. That's why people, they scam people. That's why now scam, they say he scammed them. So it's very possible that Jude might have done something to this guy, but he does not have an evidence. It's very possible that Jude might have done something to Cynthia Morgan, but she no get evidence. Now, let me talk about the J. Moshood case, the AIG that VDM is going after. Did I say going after or talking about? I know which English to use, Allegedly, Mona Noko mind me. But you see, for that particular case now, there's something I think VDM is not putting into consideration why he's doing this thing he's doing. That's why I said this is AIG Moshood thing is this Jimo Moshood issue is so dangerous that VDM is threading a dangerous one, a very dangerous one. I don't like to think that VDM has collected money from anybody. I'm not in that school of thought. You understand? I think that VDM is someone who has good intentions. Does he make mistake sometimes? Yes. Because he's a human being. We don't expect VDM to be correct all the time. There's nobody on this earth that will be correct all the time. You know? And so, this particular case, where they say a person being by person, they can't carry 2 suspects. Now, according to VDM, one of his reasons for saying that this guy, whether they try pin murder on, no do am. Now, because of say the 2 people where they hold, they do like say they don't know this person. Now, VDM is failing to realize that if these guys are a cult, they will not say anything bad about their leader. That's what VDM is not understand. This one is not a Rattel thing. This one no be say Rattel movement or Rattel gang. If these guys are a real cult, if these guys are real cultists, nothing go make them talk about that their oga. Nothing. And so that's what VDM is failing to understand. Say because of these people came out the first time and they were like, who is this person? Who this person? We don't know this person. It doesn't mean that that person is not involved in that thing. It might be that these guys are just covering for this person because that is their cult or their cult leader. Shall you understand? So that's why this particular one with VDM is a very dangerous one, man. Very, very dangerous. I don't know how dangerous this thing is. This is very dangerous. You know, so and the way he's going about it with so much confidence, even the body way in the fine way they say where body. It was these guys that said that, according to report to allegedly, say now they receive money through a third party. And they say that the guys them talk them. So if anybody should provide, but now these people will talk about body. So we don't know who the body is. We don't know. Now these people mentioned the name according to their own, testimony, which they said they were forced to admit. They say they forced them to talk. Now, there is no evidence. Now VDM now that likes to work on evidence. There's no evidence that these people were actually forced. There's no evidence of them torturing them to actually force them to do this thing. You like to base on evidence. Shebi Jude say Peter talk say person do something. There was no evidence. You didn't believe him. Now, how are you believing these guys when they now come talk say they force them to talk this thing where them talk? I don't know if you understand. How are we now believing these guys where them say they force them to talk this thing where them talk? So as I said, this case is way more dangerous than his taking it. They understand, say this one now, it's on another level. If these guys are actually a cult, like we said, if these guys are actually a cult, then this thing with VDM they do, they're not going to say, they're not going to just come outside talk say, hey, yes, now this person. But if na cult, them no go agree. This one no be Rattel movement too. If na cult, them no go agree. You don't understand. That's how dangerous this line that VDM is treading on is. So it might be that this man that you're accusing that is pinning murder on somebody else might not be that he actually paid. Might be that it might be that that's exactly what's going on, because these people where we say they don't admit to buying somebody, because these people can't give testimony, say that they force them talk, doesn't mean that they are saying the truth. You need to have they come with evidence. You need to have an evidence that these people were actually forced to do this thing. I don't know if you want to understand. So that's why I'm like, this is and if I was him, more or less asking questions. I know he's asking questions, but he comes up with this, kind of like, conclusive way, like, yes, he's 100% sure, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Sometimes you get some things that you don't lose followers if you come out and say, this thing is looking fishy. Could it be this? Could it be that? The way he's saying, hey, Ajijimo, you're corrupt, this thing, like, you're trying to pin murder, and everybody knows that this other person is a bad person. It now looks like you are now making it look like this person is so innocent that everybody just paid him more than him and he's an innocent person. It is giving a wrong signal. And so that's why I'm saying that there are certain issues that he should either one, sit out, or two, tread with more emotion. Now, I'm not saying he should, base his judgment on emotion, but I'm saying with more emotion. We know this is sensitive. Like, for example, now the Peter issue, the way he just came out and was saying it was as if he had an issue with Peter right from the time, say person be reach out to you, tell you something. It's his own truth. What if they lie for you? I don't know if you understand. So that's why I'm like, there are certain times where, this thing he's playing, there needs to be a certain level of balance, because it is not always point A to point B. And that's why I think that's the VDM problem that we're having right now. And I'm a fan of VDM, but like I said, I don't like to call myself a ratter, because I don't like cults. And the ratter movement, these followers are kind of making it look like a cult, like VDM cannot be wrong, anything. And I don't really work well with that, because I feel like sometimes you can't have somebody that's 100% absolute. He can't do anything wrong. Anything he does, we go with it. There are certain things that he has done that if it was somebody else, we know what if I don't do. Like, for example, the NGO, no account. I spent 20 million here, I spent this one here, money don't finish. This person saying go replenish the money back. If it was somebody else that said this thing, I'm very sure VDM will have come for this person. Let's be honest. If it was someone else that said this thing, VDM will have come for this person and asked this person, where's your statement, where's your evidence to show that yes, this person said he was going to reimburse you. Where's the evidence to show that you paid for this thing? Where are the receipts? That kind of thing. And so that's why I'm like, people are starting to see this human side of him, and it's now looking like the cracks are showing, but it's not really like the cracks are showing. Like, they've always been there. That's how VDM had been right from time. And so people who are acting now like, oh my God, this guy, he did this, that has always been him. And that's why if you check my old videos, I'm always like, this guy is human. He's allowed to F up, So I'm a fan of VDM, but when he does things that I don't like, I'm a fan of VDM when he's doing things I like. There are certain times where he talks a bit against certain people or says certain things that you say yes, this thing, nobody get the mind to do this thing. There's a lot of people he has helped, but the fact say, sometimes we're expecting too much from him. Now, human being be, and his followers now, those people who say that they close to him, where they kind of idolize him or give him this godlike followership, they are the ones that are even creating this problem for him. They are creating a monster, because I'm pretty sure if them, fit open up, tell them, say, Alpha bros, this thing where they do, BDM, this one not today, right? BDM, him by himself go to think, say, okay, maybe make I. But the fact that all his Rattle members, anything he says, they just jump so foolishly, because sometimes he will say something, they will support him. The moment he speaks against that thing, they will just start speaking against that thing as well. If he loves Seun Kuti, they love Seun Kuti too. But the moment he speaks against Seun Kuti, they don't like Seun Kuti. It's like they don't have a mind of their own. And that's why I say I'm not a ratter, because it seems like you have to sell your thinking faculty to call yourself a rattle. And I don't like that. So this what I think is the VDM issue right now. I think that people are taking it to another level, and it's not new for me. We don't follow VDM. It's not new. This is who he has always been. But now, they do it with people where we say, like, he's now doing it in a level where the emotions are really high. Like, for example, now that man where they say person by way VDM, they be like, say they defend this person. Everybody for the community now, they speak against this person, say this person bad. She understand? So them, even if the person don't do that particular thing, he don't do the one way was pass. And these people are even picking their word, using it against another person. These people, we can't even trust them. I don't know if you now understand. We know if we trust them, but you're not saying it as if yes, it's their own word that counts. So that's why I have a problem with this whole thing. You get the way you kind of approach issues like this easily. Or no me say you go come. I want to speak the English now. You have to approach these things with sense. This Peter and Paul issue. you get the way you for address the matter, not this way. You know, the way you could have gone about it. If you know, leave him, he's having his time. He came out to give it his emotional. They don't abuse Jude before. They don't abuse and forget them. The fact that I'm insulting Jude now does not mean you will not come out, and because you're trying to make a point that, oh, Mr. Jude is Peter is not consistent. He said certain things in that video. See the things when he talk about, say, Jude and threatening him, he abusing Pekin, he this one, he wife self, you know, like him wife. There are other things that he said that are so emotional in that story. I believe the money man self. There are other things that he said that were very emotional in that story, and people are understanding that, okay, this guy is feeling hurt, and who knows, you know, as the people with business, they get issue. Who knows? Say maybe true because of this thing, Jude no con they want they give and complete money again. Who knows? Or they suffer with money. You know, where they smoke, there's fire. Before everybody go they point finger for this person, you go don't know say come something might be wrong somewhere. You know, so that's why I'm like there are certain situations where he needs to address differently. He needs to address with that like understand say emotions they involved in this one. Address it in a different manner. You know, it just be like say you talk say, I know you have to work on facts. You emotionless. For example, now doctor won't break bad news to person. You know, go just come tell the person say, how far away you? Your papa don't die. You come out say because you be doctor. Say that's the fact. No, there are certain things if you won't break up to person, you go phone doctor self go phone take style tell you so that to avoid the overshock, man, you know go buy. And so that's why I think that VDM needs to know how to handle certain issues. I'm not even saying he should not talk about certain issues. I feel he shouldn't talk about. If you ask me, he gets some issues where him not supposed to even put mouth. Just leave him. They do your activism team. They do the one where we say somebody offend person you. They do, you know, like recover people's money, that kind of thing. Leave attacking people. You know, leave attacking people. Leave them. You know, leave them. Or if you are going to do it, do it. You know, go down, do them. That's what I feel like. But anyways, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Him losing followership. Do you think this is like the beginning of a decline, or do you think it's just one of those times that he will still get over it? And what do you think about VDM at this point? Make I know what you think for the comment section. This the Nigeria Express. Peace out.